Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, most of what I talk about right now is the ice fishing, and we know that there's been great catches of walleyes and great catches of northern pike. Well, how you go about catching them can be different for different people. Some people want to put tip-ups out, some people want to jig, and most people, for walleyes in particular, or even northern pike, are using minnows. They'll put those minnows down there and hope that those fish are in a hungry mood and will hit them. But a lot of people don't fish minnows. They'll only fish with artificials. And one in particular is my buddy Jigger Jim. And Jigger was explaining to me, he and his son went out 3 days ago in the St. Lawrence River. And, you know, a lot of times people are reluctant to give their honey hole away because it's their honey hole. They don't want other people going there. But I will tell you, it was near Ogdensburg, New York, and they caught, Jigger told me they caught over 40 walleyes. And I've known Jigger a long time, and I don't think he's exaggerating. But here's the thing. He told me how he jigs for them, because he's not using minnows. He's using a spoon. And I said, tell me, Jim, what, if you care to share this with everybody, what is your favorite spoon? He says, I will tell you. It's a Sidewinder. Now, a lot of you probably never heard of it, but it's made by the Acme Lure Company. When I was a kid fishing trout in the Genesee River, I had Sidewinder spoons. I said, Jim, they've been around forever. He said they also make the Phoebe. But he uses a Sidewinder spoon. He says gold with orange on it is often his favorite. But he said those fish can be touchy. Sometimes they won't go for the gold, and then he uses silver with green. Or you can get them in all silver and all gold. But how does he fish them? He says, I never let the spoon go all the way to the bottom. I always stop it 6 inches or a foot above the bottom. But here's his technique, because I wanted to get this so you would know. And of course, he has Vexlar. He's watching what's happening. He says, you can see the fish. You can see them react or not react to the spoon. And he says, I'll let it down so far at first, and if you see the fish coming up to look at it, I says, okay, let's say they're coming up to look at it. What do you do then? You must have to give that spoon action. He says, I do. And here is the $1 million statement, the $1 million question, whatever you want to phrase it. Here is the key to success. He says, never, if you see them coming up, never drop your spoon back down. You know, think of it. In the world, in their water system, where they're the predator and they're going after prey, they're chasing it. They never, ever have something swim back in their face. It always tries to get away from them. So he says, if you see the fish coming up, raise it. Don't lower it. Raise it and see what happens. And a lot of times they'll speed up and they'll come up and hit it when you do that. He said, if they don't and they go back down, then change color. Then maybe that day they don't want gold, maybe they want silver. And let me end this by something that I think back of years ago when I was on Reindeer Lake in Manitoba. And we were fishing for, our guides were Crees. And they said, okay, this is what we're going to do if you want to catch lake trout. And we went in deep water and we took a red and white bucktail jig and let it all the way down to the bottom. Just let it go down 100 feet, whatever it was going down. But then what did we do? I'd never done this before. They said, okay, just start reeling it right back up. Just reel it right back up to the surface. And as you reeled it up, all of a sudden you'd get a strike. Maybe it was 50 feet up, maybe it was 10 feet, whatever. Those lake trout would follow it up. And it's the same type of thing we're talking about ice fishing over the hole. So I hope this tip can help some of you. If you're doing that, remember those fish are looking up and they're always going to come after bait that's trying to get away, not that's trying to swim back and be friends with them. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.